What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today here in NHL 24, I want to talk about one of the biggest changes to the game. It's hitting. Hitting has gotten a huge revamp. It's done differently, and everyone seems confused. So today, I'm going to try and explain exactly how it works. Now, I'm going to go over both skill stick and total control, but the first thing I'm going to say is it's not going to be easy. Hitting is no longer about running in one direction with your elbow out like this and running into the guy, and then it's over, it's done, you did it, great. Timing, positioning, it's all important. So let's go ahead and hop into the game and figure out what to do. All right, so let's play on Superstar for this. And I'm going to be the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to play against the New Jersey Devils. And I just want to show you guys what it's like to line up and properly place a hit in NHL 24 before I show you anything else. All right, so let's get control of Mo Seider. And here comes Tyler Toffoli, and we're going to absolutely line him up and crunch him. What's different about the game this year is that you no longer skate around with your elbow out like this trying to run into people like in years past. You pull the right stick back, and then when you're ready, you launch yourself into the player. So Toffoli has the puck, Moritz Seider is ready, I'm ready, I'm positioning myself because positioning is important and timing is important. Now I'm going to go ahead and move my fat head here so that way you can see, where you actually see Seider position himself and then launch himself into the player. You can actually see him turn his body when you're ready to make the hit, and then crush Toffoli. That's actually a huge hit, holy crap. Now this is the same on skill stick and total control. You pull back and then launch into the player. Timing and positioning is important, but you're no longer just flicking up on the stick. It's more like a slap shot, look at it that way. All right, so we got Ben Sherratt, let's just flick up on the stick. So this is just a normal flick up, what would happen last year. So it's not gonna be a huge hit. I made contact with him and he stumbled, but he gets right back up and starts skating again. Flicking up on the stick is more like a shove. To get that big hit, you have to wind it up and launch yourself into the player. If you don't time your shove, if you don't time your hit, you are going to be way out of position. You are gone. In fact, you can actually see him like watching him skate by like, oh no. All right, we got Fisher on Nosek. We'll get a better angle here, but the shove, while I timed it properly and I did knock the puck off his stick, it didn't knock him over. It wasn't a very big hit. It was basically a shove like it should be. Now here's a normal hit from Justin Hall in the middle of the ice. I have control of Justin Hall. You can see him coming in. I have my arm out. I launch myself into him and knock him to the ice. This is how you're going to be doing this. It definitely takes an adjustment. It takes some getting used to. But when you start landing these big hits and learning how to time it and everything, it's super satisfying. Oh my god. That's definitely a charging penalty. But holy crap, what a hit. Jesper Bratt just got lit up, and I think it was by Sprong. Yeah, by Sprong. Take a look at this. Just launches them. Absolutely a charge. Definitely worth it. Now, this way of hitting is done both on skill stick and on total control. For reverse hits on total control, you press R3 as you're skating with the puck, or if you're on skill stick, you press X. Big hit there. All right. See if we can get a reverse hit with Sherratt, and there it is there. Yeah, Sherratt with the reverse hit here on skill stick. You just press X when you have the puck to throw a reverse hit, which is pretty satisfying as well, although I think that might be a knee, and that's probably a game misconduct. I'm going to take it. You can see right there, reverse hit / brace while in a glide, you press X. If you're a small player, it probably won't work, but if you're a bigger player and you want to throw a reverse hit, you can absolutely do so. So we got Lucas Raymond. Now let's see what happens with a reverse hit with someone who's small. Yeah, it didn't work. He tries to throw it, but it absolutely just gets shoved off by the defenseman. He's too small, it doesn't work. All right, see if we can get a shove here on Mercer with Petrie. Yeah, so there's a shove. They actually end up scoring on the play, which is actually a great lesson. Don't pull yourself out of position for a hit. Don't do it. But here's Petrie, and even though he's a bigger body, because I didn't wind up the hit, I just went for the shove, I barely tapped him. I did knock him off stride a little bit, right? But it's not a hit.
Take the body, take the game. The physics-based contact feature revolutionizes checking in NHL 24, bringing more physicality to the game and ramping up the fun and authenticity of defensive plays. Now, if you land a big check, your opponent will re-enter the play slower, creating more turnovers and counterattack opportunities. But if you don't connect, you'll be left out of position. This really increases the risk-reward factor and makes gameplay incredibly exciting. Landing a clean, solid check on the opponent will result in new physics-based and animation-based reactions, creating tons of new wow moments in every game. A quick push on the right stick will allow you to shove the opponent, creating quick puck separation with lower penalty risk. Plus, we've also introduced a new gameplay meta that adds a dedicated reverse body check control. This allows the puck carrier to protect the puck with their body to impactful effect. And to make all of that even sweeter, you can now send players into the bench and break the glass.
Now on Total Control, if you want to throw a normal hit, you can also just press and hold the circle button, but I don't suggest doing this because you have to take your thumb off the stick. It's less control that way, in my opinion. To throw a hip check on Total Control, you just press square, hold it down and knock the guy to the ice. Make sure you have momentum, but that's about it. To throw a hip check here on Skill Stick, you press L1 and R3 at the same time. I feel like that is also a little convoluted. Absolutely satisfying to lay him out, don't get me wrong. I just don't know how effective it's actually going to be considering all the new hitting mechanics. Yeah, they're going to be fun, and it's fun to hit the guy with a hip check, but I don't know how effective it's going to be compared to just laying him out and picking up the puck and going the other way. Pull back on the stick, time it, launch yourself into the player. There's a huge risk/reward factor in this. The risk is, obviously, if you miss, you are out of position, but if you make contact, that guy is going to be on the ice, the puck will be free. Now, guys, that's going to do it for this video, but if you have any questions regarding hitting in NHL 24, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer the question. Gone are the days of you skating around with your arm up. Time your hits. Launch yourself into your opponent, knock them to the ice, pick up the puck and go the other way. But it doesn't work like it did in years past. Hopefully I helped you guys out in this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay frosty.